I can show you with a picture, tell you with words, or I can do both with video. 70% of the top search listings have at least one video according to Kissmetrics.com. $1.3 billion people watch 162 videos each month worldwide. 182.5 million Americans watch 39.9 billion videos. 84.5% of internet audiences view videos online. Nearly 100% of all online spenders are video viewers. 80% of all groups ages 12 through 65 all watch video. Let us help you tell your story. Contact Grind Over Matter Productions today for a free consultation and to learn more about the Video Business Profile. All right, well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Casey G. Smith with Grind Over Matter Productions. We are a full-service media production company, and we're so excited to be here this afternoon to share with you really two key objectives. One is, what do we do exactly at Grind Over Matter Productions? We want to give you a brief rundown of that, but more importantly, we want to share with you why video. In this day and age, how can video be viable to you and your organization? So, Grind Over Matter Productions, at our core essence, who we are storytellers. Each of you has your own individual and unique story tied into your business, your industry. We want to help you bring that to the forefront through video. Now that happens in several different phases. There's pre-production, where we sit down and we talk about objectives, we talk about concepts, we talk about scripting, storyboarding if necessary. We acquire the necessary assets to match your brand, to make special graphics if necessary. But then on top of that, there's the actual production itself, where we get into actually doing the shoot, having the right person on camera, make sure the lighting is right, make sure we have good audio as we go through that process, make sure we have a schedule so that we respect your time and your working environment. Then of course there is post-production, where we get into the editing, where we take all those bits and pieces that we've captured and then we mesh it all together. We cut out the things that might not look so good. We make sure all the video and the audio matches up. Again, we put in special graphics if necessary, if that's been worked into the budget. And of course, we make you look as good as possible, which is absolutely key for us. And of course, lastly, we also have the actual delivery. Whether we're delivering the information on a DVD or online or through some kind of shared service, we make sure we get the actual files to you in the right format for your specific use. And then of course, we can also help you measure analytics. We have a service where we can help you find out how many people are watching the video, how long are they staying engaged, and where are those viewers coming from. Now, in addition to that, we want to talk to you specifically, like I said before, about how you can use video in your business. So one way is through promotions. Whether you're doing a product launch and you want to show the details, aspects, and elements of a new product, good, or service, video can help you capture that from multiple angles. In addition to that, you can also use video to capture events, such as we're doing right now. When you have an event that your business is putting on, when you capture it on video, you then immortalize that event. So those who were in attendance can then access that event once again, whether it's a highlight reel or the full event, or those who weren't able to attend can then be brought in to share the experience, whether you're going to put it on your website or in a Facebook or Twitter feed or through social media or in a newsletter later on. You can still have them engage even though they weren't present. Video is the second best thing for doing that. Of course, you can use it for all kinds of sales and promotions, teaser trailers to engage your clients and give them sneak peeks at maybe things you have coming out in the fall or the winter, summer or spring. Now, in addition to that, another way you can use video is purely instructional, informational, and educational. How-to videos are a great way of informing your customer and coming across as that trusted advisor, that trusted resource. When you let them know something on the inside of your industry, some key knowledge that shows and reinforces you as the expert. Do-it-yourself videos that might give your client elements and aspects of your business that they might be able to do themselves, again, just to show you as that trusted advisor. There's also opportunities to use video to then inform your actual employees, to empower them with more knowledge. Instead of having to have multiple meetings to share information, you capture it on video. You then are able to put it on some kind of shared file or distribute it in some fashion that works for your organization. And now your employees can access this information and become better at serving your customers through video. Now I'm going to show you real quick an example of an educational training and development video.
Hello, my name is Zia Ali and I'm a personal trainer here in Fort Worth, Texas. And today we're going to talk about vertical jumping. We're going to start on the low one, load up with that squat position, hands go back behind us, and we jump up on the box, making sure we land nice and soft. In order to land nice and soft, we want to go heel to toe, okay? Landing on that box, heel to toe, all right? I'm going to do one more on the small box, and then we're going to go to the next one. Down, up, and land nice and soft. Now, small box is easy, but it's still important to make sure we work on first, so that way we can work our way up to the next box, okay? With any vertical jumping program, it's very important to make sure you follow your progressions and try not to advance too quickly, otherwise you could injure yourself. Load it up and come up, land nice and soft up on the box. Again, make sure that you step down nice and easy. You want to make sure that you land on the box nice and easy, making no sound as much as you can, okay? Now that we go to the bigger box, we want to really try to focus on bringing our knees more up into our chest. So as you come up into that jump, you've really got to force those knees up into your chest, and we're going to land again nice and soft up on top of that box. This one you might land more in a squat position just because it's so tall, but at the same time we need to provide cushion to our knees and into our ankles. Again, make sure that whenever you jump, your knees, hips, and ankles all stay in a nice straight line so we can produce the most force. Coming up, landing nice and soft, step down nice and easy. If you need to use another stool to step down, you can definitely do that as well. Thanks again for watching this video on vertical jumping. Hope to see you guys next time. Once again, my name is Zia Ali, personal trainer here in Fort Worth, Texas.
You can also go behind the scenes, where you can give your actual customer a chance to peek behind the veil and get a feel for the actual personality behind your business. Once again, everyone has a unique story that they can share about their business. Maybe it's the way you got into your business through a friend or maybe a family member. Maybe you're part of a business that's been owned for generations. Maybe it's telling that story. Maybe it's sharing your passion for your industry, whether it's photography or real estate or insurance. Maybe you want to give them an actual tour of your facility where you go behind the scenes and we can get some cinematic shots with some glide cam work that makes it, again, more cinematic, more engaging, and let them know some of the workings that take place. Maybe it's a combination of you on camera intercut with some B-roll footage showing you engaging with clients or showing your employees engaging with your customers. In addition to that, you can do something in the lines of a day in the life, where we track you with multiple interactions throughout the day, or over the course of several days. And then lastly, you can also look at trying to incorporate humor into your video. Humor can be a mixed bag sometimes. If you're going to do humor, you really want to make sure it's funny, because if it's not, there's obviously risk versus reward. I'm sure you guys remember a couple of months ago, the Harlem Shake was really, really popular. Everybody was doing Harlem Shake videos. Even Experience Arlington, our CVB, they have their own Harlem Shake video with bobbleheads. So there's all kind of ways you can let your customers come in a little bit closer and see what you have to offer and show the personality of your business. So with that, I'm going to show you a quick behind the scenes video of one that we didn't shoot personally, but that we did do the editing on. little mind grind, something to consider. So when it comes to video, it can actually help increase your search engine optimization. The way you're able to tag a video with people, names, locations, products, goods, and services can help people find their way back to your website for you to be able to engage them once again. So if you're using video in an email or newsletter, or you're going to engage them on your Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, whatever method you choose, video can help boost the ability of people to find you online. In addition to that, a couple of interesting stats. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, according to James McQueevy with Forrester Research, he says that a video is worth 1.8 million words. In addition to that, Forbes magazine interviewed a number of executives, and 70% of them said that at least once a week, they spend time watching work-related videos on business websites. And of course, lastly, amongst all age groups 12 to 65 plus, 80% are watching and consuming video content. So this is something that reaches through all kinds of demographics and age groups and is reaching out and touching people. So lastly, I want to share one last video with you guys. This is a video that we've done recently with Special Olympics Texas that we're pretty proud of. And then I'll be happy to open up the floor for any questions that you might have. That's our presentation. I'm Casey G. Smith. This is Reginald Titus Jr. We are Grind Over Matter Productions. Now we open the floor for any questions that you might have. We have different prices based upon if we're doing a half-day shoot or a full-day shoot. And then from there you have editing that's involved and various elements. So if we're talking about a full-day shoot, two-camera full-day shoot, that starts at right around $1,750. And then if we're doing a half-day shoot, a half-day being anything that's 4 hours or less, then we're starting out right about $1,150. But then we have a specific package, what we call our video business profile, which starts between $750 to $1,000, just depending on how much you want with that, and that does include the editing as well. So with the other two packages, that's merely coming out, setting up, and shooting. And then editing, bringing on voice talent, other kinds of talent, those things can range anywhere from $150 to $250 per hour, just depending on the depth and scope of the production. Again, that comes down to production value, which is a key thing. For example, when you watch the Super Bowl, a 30-second spot for the Super Bowl can cost millions. And that's all based on production value, based upon where that video is being shown at. So literally a 30-second video can range from, depending on the level of quality that's involved in it and all the resources that are going to come into it, the kind of equipment that's going to be used, it can range anywhere from a couple of thousand, or you can go up to 30,000, just depending on how much production value you want involved. Again, if we're coming together and doing something, I think most projects can, within a certain deal of reason, be anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000. Again, just depending on how in-depth you want it to be. Yes, we do. Actually, our location is off Abrams and 360, and we actually have a specific room where we have access to different kind of backgrounds. Some of the footage that we shown was used with different backgrounds. We have a black backdrop, a real sweet kind of light blue. When the light hits it, it looks really nice, but also green screen as well. So we do have those capabilities. It really depends on the nature of it, but normally if we try to have enough communication beforehand to know specifically, this is kind of really my role, is to sit down and find out exactly what you're trying to accomplish with the video. If there's certain elements that we need to have in place when we show up, my goal as a producer is to make sure that we have as much in place as possible so that when we show up, there's a script involved, that you've got a good idea of what you're going to be saying. Reginald is great also as he's getting set up, touching bases with you. Okay, do you have an idea of what you're talking about? And kind of having you go over it and get comfortable. And again, we won't let you come out looking bad on camera. We'll go through some takes. The first one, there might be some jitters there. All right, let's stop, let's take a breath, breathe. There was one young lady I spoke with at the World Sand Volleyball game. She was, a teenager. She was there having fun playing volleyball. We had her on camera for an interview, and when she went through it first, she was clearly nervous, and she was kind of rushing through. We said, okay. And Reg's like, hey man, I need you to go and talk to her. All right, no problem. I said, okay, have you ever done a selfie before, or taken a video of yourself on your phone? She was like, well, yeah. I'm like, this is just like that. We want you to be yourself. We want you to be natural. Just be you. Just take a deep breath. There's no pressure. There's no worries. So she did that, and she came across great. We did 2 more takes, and it was gold. And then we're able to, again, cut and piece the absolute best to make her look as good as possible. That was actually a photo shoot. It was actually a photo shoot that was done, and somebody was there capturing video of the photo shoot. So again, that's an example of going behind the scenes in something that involved photography. Yet you then capture the emotion and feeling. And one of the things I love about that, and a lot of stuff that we do, is when you incorporate music in. When you bring music in, you're able to pluck the heartstrings at another level. I mean, we see it even done in photography with slideshows. We see it done with real estate. People will have even still images, but you set music to it, and it takes it to a whole nother level of engagement. Thank you.